Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Today we're going to look at the Fivics Pin Nocks. Now the Fivics Pin Nocks come in two sizes, large groove and small groove. Large groove generally being for compound and small groove generally being for recurve. Now that's not always the case because some recurve shooters shoot thicker strings, as I do, so I shoot large groove for both. But as a rule of thumb, large groove for compound, small groove for recurve. Now these are the colours it comes in: blue, pink, purple, white, fluoro green, bright orange, and a yellow. Now there's lots of manufacturers out there of pin nocks, and you're going to say, what's the difference? And I'm going to say, I've got no idea, so that's why I'm going to do this review. Now the whole basis of a pin nock, this is a Beiter pin nock that I'm currently using, is you fit a pin to the back of your shaft. So this is the pin. You can see this pin has been hit before, just there. Now what the pin does, when you Robin Hood the arrow, it basically protects the arrow from getting the arrow straight down the back of the shaft. So it protects it. You will blow apart the nock, and sometimes you'll blow away the pin. You can see that one there survived, or sort of survived. Now the pricing on these pins. So the Fivics pins, and I'm talking Australian dollars, retail for $14 a dozen. The Beiter pin nocks retail in my store at $20 a dozen. Eastern pin nocks come in two varieties, X10 pin nock and a G series pin nock. They retail for $20 a dozen each. There's also gold tip pin nocks, they're about $20 a dozen each, and Soma pin nocks. They retail for around, I think around 20 as well. There's also a McKinney pin nock which is like the Eastern G nock, which retails for $14 a dozen. Now you're going to say, why are you using Beiter pin nocks as opposed to other pin nocks that are on the market? First off, this is not a review about Beiter, but this is why I'm using them. They come in a whole bunch of colours, so more than anyone else. There's just so many colours for Beiter. I like how it clips into the string. It's nice and accurate fitting onto the string. It clips straight in, and I like the big throat that exists here. Now other archers claim that this big throat makes the pin nock inaccurate. That's what they claim. Like at a coaching seminar, people said if you're using these nocks then it's going to reduce your points. Now for me, if I aim in the 9 and I shoot the trigger in the 9, it goes in the 9. And basically if I aim in the 10, it generally goes in the 10. So I don't know if there's any difference in pin nocks. I can't tell that. I'm just saying that other people suggest that you're better with a small throat, small ears on the pin nock. I don't know if that's the case or not. I never liked the small throat on the pin nocks previously because I thought you had more chance of dry firing the pins. Now the other common complaint I get with pin nocks is the pin nock actually cracks. You can see there's a little crack there on the Beiter, just there. They say it cracks. I'm going to say I really haven't seen a problem, and the first one I look at it does have a crack. I haven't had too much of a problem with it, but certain nocks and certain arrows do have that issue. I don't know. I'm going to say mainly Hoyt shooters have that problem, and people are going to say, oh, you're bagging Hoyt. Look, I've got no idea. I can only tell you the people who I know who've complained about it. That means Hoyt shooters. I've had 2 Hoyt shooters tell me about this problem, but it may be a problem across all the brands, but only 2 people have told me about pin nocks cracking. Now the other complaint I get with pin nocks is the fitting on the pin is a bit loose. Now you've got 2 options with that. Some people put like plumber's tape on the pin, some people put a little bit of glue, but not much glue because you still want to be able to twist the nock off. So the common question I get is, how tight does the nock fit? You can see this one here, this hasn't been hit on the back end, and it's actually quite, like it's firm, but it could actually move. It's not a firm fit. So my first assumption is going to be, well, what are these Fivics pin nocks actually fit like on a pin? Now all pins are slightly different. They're all meant to be universal, but let's just have a look. Now to me the Fivics pin nock is very similar to the old, or even similar to the X10 pin nock, and very similar to the gold tip pin nock. It's got an L there on the knock to show it's large groove. So let's just see how this fits. Then the second question is going to be, because you can see these ears are much shorter than the Beiter. So if I can hold them both up. Much shorter than the Beiter. Is this going to affect the speed? Because as I understand, that was the basis for their findings, or some of the basis for the findings. I'm going to say it's pretty similar. It starts off probably a little bit looser at the start here. You can see it's actually quite loose there. And then as you push it in, it becomes tighter. So it is a slightly different fit to the Beiter. I don't know, which one do you prefer? $14. Now I find lots of people who Robin Hood their Nocks will prefer a cheaper pin knock. Now I do Robin Hood lots of Nocks, I just like the Beiters, and we're going to do this review and see if I change my mind. So I'm going to grab 3 of the Fivics, and then we're going to shoot 3 Beiters, and we're going to see sort of how that compares. Now I saw a post from a professional archer who used the same colour fletching on all 3 Nocks, all 3 vanes, and his pin Nocks were moving and he wasn't aware at the shoot, which is why I tend to shoot an odd colour vane. If you're going to shoot all 3, maybe mark one, because like I said, pin Nocks can move. So let's shoot some arrows and let's see where they go in the middle. Hopefully they go in the middle. Can I make excuses to start with? Actually, it's a nice day. I haven't shot for a while. So first off, I'm going to shoot the Beiter Pin Nocks. Now I'm shooting a 60-pound compound, super focus, and I'm shooting Victory 350 shafts with 140 grains on the front end. Now that one was a terrible shot. I don't know where it went, but as I shot the shot, my bow arm drifted out to the left. So it should be a 9 out to the left. I don't know where it went. I just got a bit of wind. It's actually fairly windy, so. It was looking good until I got the wind. So that's the 3 Beiters. I've got no idea where they went. Now the other thing I get with pin Nocks, some people say, is some colours are better than other colours. Now especially with the McKinney Pin Nocks, I don't know if it's true or not. I've shot all the McKinney Pin Nocks. I really didn't have too many problems with them. I just like the Beiters because they're a little bit chunkier. So I thought they were less likely to crack, and I thought they were a bit more secure on the string. Now the first thing I noticed with these Fivics Pin Nocks, clipping them onto the string, is they're a little bit firmer than the Beiter Pin Nocks. So while all these grooves are meant to be standard, these definitely feel tighter on the string. They're a little bit narrower too. The Beiter Pin Nocks are a little bit fatter, so I've got more space. I don't think you can see it. It feels like there's more space on the D loop. Look, I find the clip-on not bad. Would I shoot these knocks? I might. They feel quite firm on the pin knock. The pin knock feels firm on the pin. It's not a bad fit. So that's the part. That's the part right there when I said I like the biters with the longer throat. The biters just don't come off. I'm kind of paranoid about dry firing my bow when the knock sort of falls off. Alright, let's go down and see where those arrows landed. I'm going to suggest the Fivics ones will grip better because I just had less wind in those three, but they felt alright. I'm just interested in the height, really. Okay, so I'm up here at the target, and obviously I shot at the wrong target. And that shows you I do the videos live. This one went out to the left. That's pretty much where I shot it, so I'm relatively happy with that. This one I obviously wasn't thinking, aiming at the wrong target. Not a good shot. The first one was dead in the center, as you probably know. Now the three Fivics arrows, or Fivics Pin Nocks, are dead in the center. They're actually really good. Now there's no height difference to start with, so my first assumption was, and that's just because people saying it, and I kind of never made sense to me, that the longer throat was slowing it down. Well, they're shooting the same height. Maybe at 18 meters you can't tell the difference in speed. I don't know. This is just a little test, and because I wanted to see how they went. I mean, they're all X's. There's no, I'm going to guess there's no cracks. Look, they're not a bad knock. Would I be inclined to use them? Well, they are cheaper. And I go through about 12 knocks a week. Maybe more, maybe I go through 20 knocks a week. So maybe I would. I do like the biters. I love the huge range of colors in the biters. And I don't know why I'm hesitant to switch. I know why I'm hesitant to switch, just because of this short neck here. It kind of worries me if it wasn't quite clicked on, they'll dry fire it. That's what worries me. But the price difference is good. And maybe I'll just give them a go and see how they sort of last. But Fivics Pin Nocks, nice and affordable if you're looking for a pin system. I don't know of many people shooting them. I'm sure they're probably big in Europe because that's where Fivics is pretty big. But that's a Fivics Pin Nock, and I definitely shot better with those, but it is windy, so I'm going to put that down to it. And before this I was shooting X's with the Beiter Pin Nocks, and I've shot 2 300s in the last 3 weeks. 2 weeks. So I've been shooting really well lately. So I'm not going to put down that the Fivics Pin Nocks are more accurate, even though that's what that just showed. I think that was just me shooting. But that's not a $14, you're saving $6 a dozen. I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Check them out. They're very similar to the other Nocks on the market. So, but I like the affordability. I like that. Thanks for watching, and the more you shoot, the better you'll shoot. Thanks, bye.